Coming. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Edwin. Can you hear me clearly?
Hello. Hello. I'm good.
Yeah,
How are you?
hi. I'm good too. Thank you. Okay, so we're
No,
going to say hi to everyone that's here already. Okay, so how's everything going?
everything is going good. I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk with you all and yeah,
Yeah.
tell you something, some unknown things from my music
Yes.
and yeah,
Mm-mm.
exactly. So I'm very happy and yeah, it's a great chance. Thank you very much to you for
Yeah.
organizing everything and yeah,
Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to introduce you to our friends here in Jakarta because actually many of us are not really updated to European musicians. So
all right.
because I know you before like these few years now, and I think
Mm-hmm.
you're such an amazing person and very talented, and I want them to also know you better. Yeah. Okay,
Thank you very
so
much.
today we're going to talk about the generations of music because, as we know, your family is revolves around music, right? Okay, can you
Exactly.
tell us more about yourself first? And the first thing that I want to tell everyone is that your father, Dr. Edwin Zúniga Reyes, and your mother is Maria Isabel Flores Rubio. Is that correct? Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Okay,
Exactly.
so they are both pianists, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of them are pianists. Actually, the tradition comes from very long. Like there are more than 4 or 5 generations. This doesn't mean
Oh,
that
I see.
our family is a musician, because as you know, not everyone is a musician, but many of them have been. And yes, both my parents are pianists, and I
Mm,
started to learn with them. And yeah, I
mm-mm.
mean, it's a great advantage to
Yeah.
have your parents being pianists, because you start and you have your first teachers. But still in the end it's a lot of work, to
Yeah,
learn
true,
and
correct.
hours in work. Yeah, but both of them are pianists, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to have them, and this is also
Yeah.
it was also luck.
I can imagine how musical it is like since like you're very young, right? So
Yeah,
it said that your mother actually initiated you to study music. Can you tell us like at what age did you start that?
I was a little child. I was like 3 years, and the thing is, she
Wow.
was always
Okay.
piano, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I want to play the piano too. And I mean, of
Mm,
course, I started. I mean, I wasn't playing
mm-mm.
already, as but
Yeah.
it was a start for me, and then I continued, and she actually, yeah, I started with her my first lessons. It was very fun actually.
Wow. Yeah, yeah,
Playing.
yeah, yeah. I can imagine. I mean, like, it's rare that you have your parents actually are musicians, because my parents are not musician, but my mother is
Mm,
actually in the music business. So she was an artist manager, so she knows some stuff around this stuff.
yeah,
But because like in the past, in our place here, actually being a musician is not really like a mainstream kind of career. So yeah,
yeah,
she was not allowed to pursue that. But it's like totally different right there.
yeah. I mean, Europe.
Mm,
Through the years, history, there have been changes also. I mean, like being a musician right
mm,
now. Um, right now it's better, but like in the past, let's say in
yeah,
the past 100 years, and
yeah,
it always is this bohem style, and like
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's not easy
Uh-huh.
to work as a musician. It's not easy, but
Yeah,
it
that
is
is true.
possible. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, of course, but
Yeah.
that's why it's a big advantage. I mean,
Uh, yeah, yeah, I see your point. Oh, okay. By the way, you mentioned that you did a recital in Spain when you were a child, and also you did a tour in America. What age was
yeah,
that?
I was 6 at that age. I think five or
Oh
six
my
years
God.
old. Yeah, I went.
So very young.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was very young. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it was actually
Mm,
beautiful. I had a few concerts in
mm,
Madrid, then
yeah.
yeah, around Spain, and these were actually my one of my first concerts. And this tour,
Oh,
it was
I see. Mm,
I was in Miami, and then I was also in
mm-mm.
Nicaragua because my
Wow,
father
that's so cool.
was
Oh,
born in
you went to
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua also.
Yeah, 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 yeah. My father was
Wow.
so
Yeah.
he was actually born in Nicaragua, and
Mm.
it's a beautiful country. It's an
Yeah,
amazing
yeah,
country,
yeah.
and it's
Mm-mm.
hot too, like Spain. And yeah,
Mm-mm.
I hope to go one day again. I really
Yeah,
hope to.
yeah,
Yeah.
you should. Yeah. And when you did your like tour of the America and Spain, was it like a solo performance or like with other instruments too?
No, it was actually a solo concerts everywhere.
Oh, okay,
I
I see. Yeah, yeah,
was,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
was playing Mozart sonatas, like the
Wow.
famous
At age
sonata on
6?
it's a beautiful
Okay.
sonata. I feel this
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like uh, playing some Chopin
Mm.
tributes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
of course, the program.
Mm-mm.
I had small hands, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. Yeah, there must be some tweaks so you can reach some notes, right?
Yeah, I think to
Mm-mm.
play this, like you have to be really flexible. Like for example,
Yeah,
playing a
that is true.
campana, then you
Yeah.
really
Oh my God.
no
Yeah,
one
yeah,
can
yeah,
reach
yeah. I
this
know
note.
what is crazy. So
Yeah,
nobody can reach it perfectly unless like you really have big hands, right? Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you totally. Oh, by the way,
Hmm.
when you join your international competitions, is it like in Europe or not?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Actually,
it was in Europe.
actually,
Mm.
actually, I had one competition in Asia. Let's say Asia.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I was one time
Mm-hmm.
in Turkey. This was the
Mm-hmm.
a Turkish competition, and
Mm-hmm.
there I participated representing Austria, not even like my country, Spain. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
because
okay, 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 okay.
it was organized worldwide. So because I'm living in
Mm-mm.
Austria, I had to
Mm-mm.
participate here, and
Yeah, that
then
is true.
after winning the Austrian finals, then I went to Turkey and then played there in Turkey.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see. Okay. Right.
and
So
and
it's like a competition and also like a world tour all at once?
no, this one competition, it was organized worldwide. So there was
Mm.
every country, and there were also different categories, like for instruments and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
piano,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
musician.
Oh, I
There
see. I
quite
see. Mm.
yeah, and
Oh, that is fun.
exactly. And then you compete in your country where you live in, and then
Mm-mm.
you
Yeah.
go to Turkey, and then you play there. And the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
we crossed the Europe side to Asia. So this was actually in
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
Istanbul places,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay. Yeah, it's kind of confusing, right? Yeah, because
yeah,
like sometimes, yeah, when you think of European competition, it's just in Europe, right? But this actually
yeah,
involves other countries too outside of that. Wow, that's actually really
yeah,
cool. Okay, I just know that.
yeah.
Thank you for telling us that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then, can you tell us about your recitals at the prestigious European International Music Center? So, when you perform your recitals, it's always solo or not? I mean,
No, not always solo. No, 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 no.
mm.
I have recitals with the singers, and I think it's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
That's
Mm-mm.
amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I had the chance to play at the Bösendorfer house. There
Mm-hmm.
was one in
Wow,
Vienna.
so cool.
Sadly it closed. It was on Vienna's fourth district actually. Yeah, and this was a few
Okay.
years ago, and
Uh-huh.
it's a beautiful place. You had
Oh,
there
I
like
see.
a
Mm-hmm.
big full of Bösendorfers, but like these special designs, like car designs
Wow.
and
Yeah,
designs.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know why it got closed.
Oh,
I had the chance to
yeah, yeah.
play before it closed, and then
Mm-mm.
um, and then also the Musikverein, where you have the New Year's concerts. It's a it's
Mm-hmm.
a it's also an amazing place. And when you
Oh, I just know that. Yeah,
bigger
yeah,
than
yeah.
reality, but still it's a beautiful place. And yeah,
Yeah,
I've been around here in Vienna and
yeah.
also in Europe. And this the good thing about this thing yeah in Europe is that you have a lot of concert halls and
Yeah, that is
many
true.
big concert halls,
Yeah.
renowned concert halls. So
Mm.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's actually good.
Oh, okay.
I think now worldwide we have like great great concert halls everywhere. I
And
mean.
since what age is that that you start your like concerts and recitals in those music centers?
Um, yeah, when I first started, of course, I didn't start that big. Every start is like small, but then you build yourself up. You get to know some people, and people when they like your music, then
Mm-mm.
you get promoted to better places, and I think
True.
that's how it
Yeah, that
goes.
is right. Yeah,
This
yeah, yeah.
cycle.
One step at a time. Yeah. There's no
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
rushing to something. Yeah, that's true. That's actually a
Exactly.
really good experience. Wow, that's cool. Oh, okay. And then can you tell us what is the process that you actually become the member of the Association of Musicians and Composers of Vienna? Is it like through because you passed the competitions or something?
No, no, no. This association is actually everyone can join it, and the thing is
Oh, I
like
see. Mm-hmm.
the thing I started to compose, but I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to protect this composition somehow because nowadays you have to protect your compositions and copyright and
Sure,
everything. There are many laws
sure.
to it. And I'm not a
Oh,
lawyer.
I see.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah, yeah.
too deep
Yeah, I
into
understand.
that,
I understand.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
but yes, you can actually join.
Mm.
Thing is, you have to submit some works like
Oh,
written
okay.
or nowadays you can also submit
Mm-mm.
like a speaker or a recording.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
okay, I
and,
understand.
then they actually are gonna they're gonna watch it. They're gonna see if this is like let's
Yeah,
say good
yeah, yeah.
like worthy because
Oh,
Vienna has like it has high standards, let's say like this. And
yes.
so actually after examining your pieces, they tell you, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be accepted or not. And luckily
Mm.
I got accepted, and yeah, I have been many
Wow.
years
Yeah.
till this day.
Congratulations for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that because like it's an important association. Many great composers have been there, and many living composers,
Oh,
members still,
yeah. Yeah.
and it actually I think it's good because it actually forces you, I mean, to compose, because you get
Yeah.
actually kicked if you don't compose for like,
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, years actually. So you
Oh,
have to
I see. So it kind of can expire, something like that?
yeah, exactly. If you don't
Oh, I
submit a
see.
score
Uh-huh.
or a music piece in 3 years, then you actually
Mm-hmm.
then they tell you, are you still composing, because they want active members.
Oh, I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow. That's actually kind of hard. And your parents are also in that music membership?
Yeah, yeah. Both of them are actually
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
my mother, especially as you have seen maybe on my YouTube
Yes,
channel, my mother
yes,
has been composing a lot of boleros
yeah,
in last
yeah,
time, and my father
yeah.
has been also composing, but he composes more for orchestra and not very much
Oh,
for.
I understand.
That's why I play many things
Yeah,
from him, because it's
yeah,
for
yeah,
instrument.
yeah.
But
Mm.
I hope that soon we can play something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, that is actually really cool. Okay. Oh, by the way, you already recorded numerous works, like sonatas, scherzos, nocturnes, concertos for violin, viola, trumpet, and that is all in Vienna.
Yeah. Everything. Most of things I composed were here in Vienna, and
Oh, I see.
concerts for trumpet. I actually played it. Sadly, I don't have a record because, as you see,
Oh,
2010, 2009 or something. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
still
yeah.
playing, and so I didn't have the chance to record. But yeah, many of these concerts were actually made for playing, and many
Mm,
compositions I've been playing, like my scherzus, I play them all
mm-mm.
the time in concerts, and I think it's good
Oh, I see.
music, and
Yeah,
yeah, and people to know this, because you know
yeah.
thing is, the great composers, they are great
Mm-mm.
indeed, and
True.
Chopin,
That is true.
Beethoven, but
Yeah,
they always get played like in the entire world. So I think it's also good to
yeah,
present new music and to like yeah, like
yeah. That is right.
things, and try new
Yes,
things out.
yes,
I mean, my
yes.
music is not too
Yes.
modern,
Be open
but
to more like opportunities, yeah, and probabilities. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like I think music is very broad. You can do anything with it. Like
yeah,
you tweak something and it becomes something different. I totally agree with you. And it becomes something new that it becomes like another sensation. Like it's
yeah.
not maybe like a variation, but it will feel different to us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the most beautiful things in music. You can
yeah.
transform and work with it, and
Mm-mm.
I think that the best is that even if you play the same, like if you play the
Yeah.
same song, let's say the same work, it will sound different.
Mm-mm.
It really sound different.
Yeah, that
Even
is true. That is true.
it just
Yeah.
depends on emotions and everything. I mean,
Yes.
always taking
Yes.
care of the notes and of the score, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the most beautiful things. You can really experiment with
Yeah.
it, and yeah, I
Yeah.
have seen other music like where you can, for example, for the piano, where you can play the strings and like hammer, and
Mm.
there's so many new things. I
Yeah.
mean, um, yeah, it's really interesting. But it's a good thing. I mean, time changes, so everything has to change with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, like, music has evolved a lot, like, through this time, like from the very beginning until now. And actually, it's kind of interesting because actually, sometimes we go back to the beginning, like to tweak some things for now. Because, like, when you already develop some things, it kind of already got off the course or something, you know? And then when we go back, actually, we can find I don't know, something I feel like we can learn something new by revisiting something from the past. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to take in consideration that music has
Mm,
actually evolved around Europe, but that's just because
sure.
everything like started with music studies and everything. So music has always been very oriented to Europe's music, and then
Mm-mm.
but then like from the 70s on, you have had this all of these movements, like for example in musicology with the ethnomusicology, and then
Mm.
like let's say new music was discovered, but actually this music was around all the time from other
Yes,
countries.
yes. Yeah, I totally get what you mean.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like, it's interconnected with each other, you know? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
your last concert, I was listening with my mom at home, and then she said, why it sounds like Indonesian music? Well, I think like Indonesia has a lot of influence because of the World War, because like yeah, the war thing, because people are coming from outside of the country, right? And then it has a lot of influence on our culture. That's why it's like sounds the same. Like it's almost the same. It's like she said, are you sure it's not an Indonesian music? No, it's not. It's a Nicaraguan music. I said to her, and she said, "Wow, it sounds like Indonesian music." Yeah, I mean, like that is why the music is actually interconnected with each other, right?
Yeah, totally, totally.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, this has been like this for ages. I mean, with all of the trading and new generations
Yeah,
coming, music has been
true.
also shared. I mean, even though
Mm.
there are many scores and like travel, like let's say like this all of these travel logs and everything, and yeah,
Yeah.
many of them got lost, of course. But yeah, you're right. Actually, music has a lot of influence. Spanish music too, for example. You
Yeah.
Yeah, Spanish music is almost Arabic music. We have the guitar. This is also was an
Mm-mm.
Arabic
Yes.
instrument. So
Yes.
you see everything has been evolving constantly. So yeah, I mean to me there is no like music from one country. I mean there are
That is right.
traits from countries and etc.
Mm.
But I think it's actually an universal music. I mean
Yeah, that is right.
yeah, even though we can write it differently, we can interpret it differently,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
instruments, but yeah, indeed, and all of the rules we have in music, as I said,
Mm-hmm.
most of Europe oriented, but
Mm-hmm.
there are no rules actually.
Yeah,
So if
that
if you
is
know what,
right. Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that statement. Thank you for telling me that. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
can you tell us about your voice choir when you were in the University of Music in Vienna? Can you tell us more about that?
yeah, it was it was so casual actually. It was randomly that I joined the choir there because the music university has like um they have a child choir, and then they have like a youth choir, and then they have like,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I we have to differentiate, like the Vienna voice choir is a different
Mm-hmm.
institution, but I had the
Mm-hmm.
chance to join them both, and it was a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful experience because you learn a lot about like singing, and you get
Yeah.
to know literature where you like opera and all of these things.
Yeah. That is
It's
actually
actually
very important in music, the harmonization. Yeah, because like to harmonize, it's kind of hard when you just study the piano as is. We need other kind of what do you call this? Other knowledge of other instruments or
exactly,
vocal to support your music. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
How
Especially
long were you in that voice choir? Like how
I
many
was
years?
I was when I joined the choir of the music university. I was a child because I was in the child's choir till my voice
Mm-hmm.
changed. Like at the moment, like I think
Oh, I see.
something like that. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
after I had a break. I had actually to do a break because of the voice till it,
Yes, that is
till it
true.
was
Yeah.
calm and
Yeah,
everything.
I know that. I know
Like,
that.
till the voice
Yeah, yeah,
drops.
yeah.
And then afterwards, I went to the youth choir, and I was
Mm-hmm.
there for like 5 6 years. But
Oh, that's a
afterwards,
long time.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But afterwards, I had to quit because on the Vienna Voice Choir we actually practiced every day, like
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
every second.
Yeah.
So it was too
Yeah.
much also for my voice. Like
Yes.
you have to take
Yes.
care of your
Yeah.
voice too. As
That is
yeah,
true.
we
That is
take
true.
care of our fingers. So as a singer, you have to
Mm.
take care of your voice.
Yes. Because
But
the
yeah,
voice is actually very sensitive to your stamina. If something goes wrong with your body, it will change. Yeah,
exactly.
taking care of the voice is really not easy because I've been there and I did surgery before when I was a child. So I cannot sing for too long or too high. And if I'm too tired, yeah, something will change there. Yeah. So yeah, it's like harder actually to train with your voice. I think
It
it's
is.
like
It is indeed.
easier for us. Yeah, it's easier for us to
Definitely.
do
No,
piano
no,
actually.
yeah, no, because like say on the
Uh-huh.
piano you can really warm yourself up to some scales and everything,
Mm,
but
correct.
it's not
Yeah.
hard as when you do it with your voice. Because if you really
Mm,
like full on and you don't warm up, then you actually
mm,
might get
yeah.
like something on the voice,
Yeah.
some cracks, whatever.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah,
And it
especially
affects
during
your health, like your total
yeah,
health. Yeah, it's kind of
actually
scary sometimes when you think of it.
yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
we always had a rule like
Mm-hmm.
when you ill you could actually sing like they
Mm.
we were told sometimes yeah you can actually sing at like even if you have fever you can actually sing
Wow.
or if you you can actually sing
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. Oh,
the
that's
moment
hard.
yeah it is but the
Mm-hmm.
thing is they told us the moment you shouldn't sing is
Mm-hmm.
um when your speaking voice gets sore
Mm-hmm.
as soon
Mm.
as you see your speaking voice is like sore and it's like lower and you know you feel it of course it
Yeah.
doesn't have to hurt, but as soon as you feel your voice a bit like
Mm-mm.
you know
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah.
sing because then you can really like damage your vocal cords and everything so
Yes, that
but
is true. That is true.
I
Yeah.
mean yeah singing and learning a lot about Brugna, about like Verdi's music. It's amazing. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, and we as
Mm-hmm.
pianists, most of the time we don't even learn much about opera and music like
Yeah.
or other
Yeah.
instruments because we're concentrated on our things and our
That's true.
literature
That
is
is true.
wide.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's already so
those
much already. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, by the way, how come you can perform at the palace and like a lot of palaces? Is it like
Yeah,
they invite you?
yeah, exactly. I mean, it depends on which palace, because you know, Vienna is it's like an old city. It's surrounded by palaces. We have like more than five palaces actually. Three of them are
Wow, okay.
Belvedere, the Hofburg, and Schönbrunn.
Mm,
These are like the biggest
mhm.
palace. But for example, the Vienna Voice Choir, the school, the whole thing, it's also a palace.
Oh, I see. So
You,
it's
you
like already like one package with the school, so you have to go to performance at the palace like that.
exactly. That also
Oh,
that,
I
but
see.
yeah, you
Mm-mm.
think that these boys choirs they have actually a very good system because you do your
Mm-hmm.
normal studies like
Mm-hmm.
as a every kid
Yeah.
and but at the same time you have to do tours or you have to play you have to do
Oh, I see.
it's
Wow.
it's doing two things simultaneously and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's why we were practicing like almost every day but at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time in
A lot of
classes
time.
you know
Yeah. I
yeah
understand.
it's
Yeah.
enormous.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So I understand now, like your overall background of everything. Oh, by the way, did you also did orchestra conducting?
And yeah. Also,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
we had orchestra concerts many times, and like I
Oh.
remember also playing sometimes in Salzburg
Mm-hmm.
at the
Mm-hmm.
Consortium and also at the
Mm-hmm.
big festivals where you get this renowned Salzburg festival. One time I
Mm-hmm.
was there, I was actually performing there, and I have to say this is a big like concert hall. It's really big. It doesn't seem
Oh.
indeed it is
Mm-hmm.
actually. It's beautiful and you can
Wow.
all of these things and I mean I
Uh-huh.
have performed not only as a pianist. I mean I have performed like in
Wow.
like as a singer in
Yeah.
the choir. Sometimes
Yeah.
even I conducted the choir, and so it was
Yeah.
like a
Yeah. Yeah.
big
It's like all in one package, you know?
yeah. I mean it's a
Uh-huh.
lot and it goes so fast. It's beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean yeah.
Oh, I see. I understand now. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're going to discuss our discussions about your family. So you may start starting with your mom first. Can you tell us more of your mother?
Yeah, of course. I mean
Mm-hmm.
um she was born in Spain and
Mm-hmm.
also like most of family is from Spain. Actually, all the family is from Spain from my mother's
Yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
and My grandfather, mother's side,
Uh-huh.
he was a musician. He was a teacher too.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was working, like a normal person. Because as I said,
Mm-hmm.
music in those times wasn't that good seen because of this bohem culture and of all these things. So to make a living out of music was very hard at that time,
Mm-hmm.
especially
That is
after the
right.
Civil War in Spain. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so he was working, but he was composing and playing. Sadly, most of things got
Mm.
lost. My grandparent,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's too bad.
many things lost, sadly, but yeah,
Yeah.
he was a musician, and then my mother, she actually became a musician too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also studied and worked as a teacher and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, but now, when she has more free time, she's actually composing more, and like she doesn't play
Wow,
any
that's so cool.
more in
Yeah,
concerts or
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
She
Yeah, yeah.
composes, and I have I have the chance to play everything, and it's beautiful. Because
Yeah. That is so beautiful.
living,
Yeah, I agree with you.
yeah, I mean to have a living composer, and especially when like she can tell me if I play something, like she can tell me I actually wanted it this
Mm.
way and not this way. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you much bigger of the music.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like she becomes your friend, right? Talking about music, so you can actually discuss stuff with her.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, when you have other composers, you can actually present your music,
Mm.
and it's beautiful because you can also share your ideas and get new ideas and new inspirations,
Mm-mm.
because everyone has their own inspiration. I mean, yeah, that's how it
Yeah,
is. And some
that is
people get
right.
nature, others get inspired by life experience. So
That is
yeah,
true.
it's really so wide, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's a,
How about your
yeah.
father? How about your father? Tell us
Yeah,
about your father.
my father, he was born in Nicaragua, and
Oh,
that's
I see.
like Central America.
Mm-hmm.
And but actually, the family, they were also from Spain. They were also from Spain.
Mm-hmm.
They just migrated to
Yeah.
Nicaragua back in the day. I mean, like I'm talking like let's say 200, 300 years ago.
Oh. Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, this my father's side family thinks, thanks God, many things got saved and written, and
Wow.
when they
Yeah,
came to
yeah,
America,
yeah.
they actually founded a musical school, and they had a
Mm-hmm.
music, and in Nicaragua there were like three
Yeah.
orchestras. Say this was
Wow.
in the yeah in the let's say yeah at the time of Chopin's death, something like that, 1840,
Mm-hmm.
1850. They
Mm-hmm.
found orchestras and they teach many people, and so
Wow, that's so cool.
yeah, and so that's why we have a lot more literature, because they wrote many things. There was actually an established music culture
Yeah.
in Nicaragua. Also, sadly,
Oh,
earthquake that happened, I think, in the 70s or
oh
something,
my
and
God.
just
Yeah, 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 yeah.
lost. But we have still some things, and I have
Yeah.
actually started
Preserved
in
already.
education,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, about
Yeah, yeah,
composers,
I read that. Yeah.
yeah, and
Oh.
you see like waltz that they are
Mm-hmm.
amazing. They're good as Strauss waltz. I mean, there are some amazing music, and also for piano, for instruments. It's
Wow.
really a variety of music, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
playing some of these on YouTube. The thing is,
Yes,
of
yes.
course, you have scripts. You have to check them. Sometimes there are like
True.
writing errors and things. So sometimes you really have to think, was this intended, or is this just
Yeah, that is right.
error because the harmonics don't
Yeah.
don't, don't fit, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a very new music, so it wasn't very
Mm-hmm.
modern. So the harmonics should be
Yeah.
actually a bit predictable. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work,
So it's
and
a bit confusing sometimes because yeah, you have to
yeah,
kind of like find out everything on your own, right? Yeah,
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 yeah. Oh, I understand that. Oh, by the way, I want to ask something. Wait, what was that? Oh, did you get to live with your grandfather?
yeah, yeah. My grandfather
Oh.
other side. He was a composer, and he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
a my grandfather. He was actually a pianist. He was a
Uh-huh.
pianist, and it is said that he has been an amazing pianist. Sadly, no
Mm-hmm.
record, but many
Yeah.
people say that he was actually able to play all of Liszt's rhapsodies, and I'm not even able
Wow.
to. I have to learn
Oh,
them
that's
all.
so cool.
Learn them
Yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he was actually he there are like some writings and things where
Mm.
he played like all of Liszt's rhapsodies in a concert, like all of them in
Wow.
one. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
about play something like that, like because these aren't like pieces, and then also they drain you a lot, like in energy and
Yes,
mentally.
that is
So
true.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. I hope
You
they
need
can
like
record.
massive training for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
so cool. Yeah, yeah.
And
I
then
wish
you
I could have the recording too, but
then
yeah,
imagine
we don't have it.
of that
Mm.
era, like I'm talking about like 1900, something like that. Like the pianos weren't
Mm.
as, let's say, as good
Yeah,
as today's
sure.
pianos were. We have much
Yes,
innovations. The weight of the keys aren't even,
sure.
yeah. The piano where I play on all of my YouTube is actually a piano with Viennese mechanics. So
Oh.
it's a lot harder to play because the keys
Mm.
weigh much more, like and then to play on this piano is actually a challenge. I mean, and then
Yes.
I can imagine like Chopin and Liszt and all of these,
Yeah.
they played such pieces on such pianos,
Yes.
and then I'm like, wow,
Yes.
these guys were on a totally different level. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, but
Sure.
that's actually a motivation because we can learn more, and this
Yeah.
opens up for us to learn more and to actually become better musicians. I mean,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
totally agree with you. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're already finished talking about the background of your mother, father, and grandfather. I'm going to ask you which favorite composition from each of them. So, what is the favorite from your mom's? What is your favorite from your dad's? And what's your favorite from your grandfather's?
Well, I'm gonna start chronologically from my grandfather's music.
Okay.
There is a Rhapsody. I haven't published it yet because
Mm.
I want to record it again. I mean, I have recorded it, but I want to record it again and to
Oh.
walk through it. It's a beautiful Rhapsody, and
Uh-huh.
there is a lot of things. You see a lot of influence actually from the pieces he played. So there you see like these octaves, like Liszt,
Mm-hmm.
and you see
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Rachmaninoff. And yeah, I want to publish it soon. I hope soon it's possible. And this
Yeah.
actually now it's a great work, and I hope that everyone is gonna be able to know it soon. And
Mm.
yeah, mother, she has a beautiful bolero. It's called in Spanish. It's called
Mm.
Mujer. Mujer means woman.
Oh. Yes, I know. Like, that means
And yeah,
woman. Huh?
yeah, she made it for all women.
Mm.
I think
Mm.
it's a beautiful bolero because it has. I think it has
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
traits of like feminine things. Like it's not it's feminine, but yet it
Mm.
is also strong and like it's a
Yeah.
beautiful piece. It's a beautiful piece. You can check it out on my YouTube. I have
Yes.
posted it. It's a great bolero.
Wow.
And
Okay.
from my father, from my father, my favorite work. Well, I mean, I can't choose one right now, but he has an symphonic poem. It's a really long,
Mm-hmm.
long. Sadly, it's not for piano.
Oh.
It's not for
Okay.
piano. He has been working on a transcription for it, but it's not the same. With orchestra, it's not the same. Sadly,
Yes,
we have
that is
only
true.
10 fingers,
Yeah.
so we can.
10 fingers, yeah. We
Yeah,
cannot add more than that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. But um, this piece,
Hmm.
I also want to share it soon. As soon as the transcription is ready, I'm gonna study it and
Okay.
memorize it and play it. Of course, I mean, this is a
Wow.
great
Okay, that's really cool.
symphonic poem, and
Mhm.
wow, it's yeah, it's a very good song actually. But
Okay, so
let's
we're looking
up.
forward to that.
Yeah, exactly. No, but so that everyone can actually follow me, like on what I'm saying. Like one of my favorites from my
Mm.
father, I published it, is actually from his suite Nicaragua.
Oh.
doing it. There is
Mm-hmm.
how it is called. I think it was Chontales. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one
Mm-hmm.
of the and it's a beautiful song. I think to me
Yes.
it sounds beautiful, and I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I love that. That suite also. Your Chontales suite. It's really, really good. I really love it. So
thank,
congratulations on that. Yeah.
thank.
Okay. We're going to start with the question answer session. Okay. So, when or where do you usually get the inspiration to compose music?
Well, it's yeah, it's a good question actually.
Yes.
My comes from my variety of things. I mean, I think I have composed about life experiences. I have composed about nature. I have composed about cities. I mean,
Mm.
I had the chance to visit Italy, and I
Wow.
was so amazed by its beauty
Mm.
and its history and everything. So I actually composed pieces to these specific
Mm.
cities, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I think my inspirations come from a variety of things. I think from experience, yeah, experiencing new things,
Mm.
getting to know new persons, and like
Yeah.
interacting with more music too. Because when you watch and when you play a lot of things, then you also get some ideas, and you think, oh, actually, this sounds good, and what
Mm.
was the background, and then you get also to think, and then you get inspired by yourself. I think it's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Ah, I
everyone,
see. So it's more like a self-exploration. Is that
yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Mm.
And I think
Okay.
many people have asked me like, what does it take to be a composer? And I tell
Mhm.
them actually, well, it doesn't take much. You just have to say, say
Yeah. Yeah.
sound,
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
compose. Of course, you have to know an instrument or maybe just a note so you can write it down or sing or
Yeah.
record it. But to
Mm.
compose, it's actually just letting the music flow somehow. That's
Yeah.
how.
Yeah. I
Because
totally agree with you. Yeah.
yeah, if you force it, then it doesn't come
Yeah.
as if you let it naturally flow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah. I see. Okay, next question. How
mhm.
has this shaped your musical style? I mean, like your family from Nicaragua and then Spain. How does that shape you? I mean, like does it influence you more or not?
Well, actually not much because this investigation I started it last year when all of the pandemic began. So
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't very I wasn't too much in touch with this music. So I started really late with all of this Nicaraguan music, and yeah,
Mm,
so I don't have a real influence from all of this music, but
mm,
of course there's always something to it, like like when learning with your parents, like hearing them play and compose new things. Of
yeah,
course you influence it, and
yeah.
especially in my early I have seen like my early works, they are like more in the classical style, while my later
Ah, I
works
see.
into the romantic and actually late romantic
Yeah,
style, in the romantic
yeah,
style. So I think
yeah.
as you age, as you play more, then you get also influenced by new things, and of course,
Mm,
technical difficulty actually shows up. So it's like a self-reflection on where you are
yeah.
on the like
I
difficult
understand.
somehow
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like this. But yeah, music, as we said, it's so wide you can't actually tell, yeah,
Sure.
uh, it's difficult or not, because at the end of the day, it
Mm.
doesn't matter. It matters how you play it and how you express it.
Yes, yes,
So
that is right. Oh,
yeah, so
okay. Now, how about what are the main characteristics of Spanish music and how do you interpret them? Because uh, like you experience Spain in real time. Unlike me, I never been to Spain. So I
mhm,
just hold on to the fantasy of what Spain is, like with the research and everything.
of course, yeah.
Mm,
As I said before, Spanish music comes actually from
mm,
Arabic music. So the real
mm,
I'm from the real beginnings, and that's why we have the guitar as one of our main instruments, like as an ambassador of Spanish music. And
yeah.
we have instruments like the castañuela, this like
castanet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
ta like that, right?
yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Like
Okay.
of uh, of Arabic music, and yeah, later on you get all of this zarzuela. It came from the opera, and so
Mm,
the biggest things in Spanish music that go reflected are like the joy, this happiness and like a sense of like, let's say, a happy culture, like people that are
yeah.
like they don't live with problems somehow like that. I mean, of course, but you
Yeah, I
get,
see what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, the
Okay.
main traits like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
scales, different scales, not normally
Yeah.
um,
Mm-hmm.
minor is also used very widely,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
you see in Albanian music, Fajes music, a lot of harmonic changes, but
Sure.
like sub-harmonic
Yeah.
changes,
Yes.
like minor, major, sevenths come,
Mm.
and it's like,
Yeah.
but
It's like
it's a
crazy inside there.
yeah, no, it's actually happy
Yeah.
music. When you think about it,
Yeah.
there's joy to it, and the rhythm is also like very
Yes.
vivid. It's not They are
Yeah.
not too slow, and but when
Yeah.
they are slow, they feel actually pretty, let's say, pretty romantic, pretty
Yes. Mm-hmm.
like melancholic. So yeah, I think it's amazing music, and of course I have influence from it because I have played this music, and yeah, it's my country,
Mm.
and some your country is always inside you, even though I live outside of
Yeah.
Spain, but
Yeah.
still you always love your country somehow, and
Mm.
you get you want actually to play more music, and yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That is right. I agree with you like totally. Okay, so the next one, would you say you have some Indonesian influence on your music? Because Indonesian music was exhibited back in the days of Debussy, the pentatonic music with the gamelan instrument, so the traditional instrument of Indonesia. What do you think?
Well, I mean, sadly, I haven't got in touch with much Indonesian music, but
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that, yeah, of course, it was actually, as you say, on that time, on Davis's time, Paris was actually the center of music. Actually, it was a cultural center, and
Yeah.
yeah, and I think some composers actually, when you see it, some Spanish composers that have been to Paris and have been
Mm-hmm.
following Debussy music and everything, they have some influences. I mean, of
Mm.
course they use their country's instruments. Of course they don't
Mm.
actually the Indonesian instruments, but I think
Yeah.
there is some influence to it. I mean, in
Mm.
Indonesian music, the traditional music is actually beautiful. It's really interesting because
Yeah. Yeah.
when you get educated in this European like let's say environment, then you get
Mm-hmm.
adapted to our music, to Beethoven and all of these rules. You get somehow adapted to it, but then you hear Indonesian music or another country's
Yeah.
music, and then you see it's totally different. Like as you say, pentatonic, other instruments, and
Yes.
other traits of music, like how they play it and how they interpret it, and also the
Mm.
context of music. It's not like sometimes it's not even about enjoying the music. It's just a ritual. It's sacred. So so there are so many differences. I mean, my music,
Understand.
I don't really, I can't really say that I have an influence because, as I said, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know very about
Yes.
Indonesian music, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe there is some influence to it because, as I said, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
music has been evolving and everything
True.
comes from something. So yeah,
True, that
already
is
the
right.
moment. So yeah.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so how do you memorize all of your family's music works? Like, what is the process to do that?
Well, my process in general
Mhm.
to memorize something is just to play it over and over and over again, to practice it a lot.
Okay.
Practice. Because
Mm.
I'm not really a fan of, like, let's say, okay, I have one page, I want to learn it and memorize it right now.
Mm. I understand.
And so I I try to just play it and repeat until somehow it's also in the fingers and then
Yeah, I understand. So it's just like a run through and then just run through over again, right?
yeah, exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
just
I like that. I like
but of
that.
course
So it
slowly,
actually
slowly,
flows. Yeah.
yeah, of course always
Yeah.
carefully
Yeah.
and learn. Then the last step is to put the tempo, like to put speed on it,
Yeah.
work if it needs. Yeah,
Okay, I understand. Okay, and then the next one, how long does it take to master each repertoire for you?
it depends. It really depends on what work we're talking
Mm,
about. Um,
okay.
I mean, yeah, like for example, let's say if it's a classical work like lists or something like that, then of course it's gonna take
Mm-hmm.
longer. My
Mm-hmm.
family's music also depends. For
Mm-hmm.
example, it depends on the predictability of the
Mm,
harmonics and the
okay.
melodies and how much time you put into it. But let's say I
Mm-hmm.
could actually learn something in like let's say 2 weeks or 1 month, so that I can really
Mm-hmm.
play it and not forget
Mm-hmm.
it to play again. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, because
Oh,
sometimes
I see.
get some things too. For example, this Mozart sonata, I was playing it a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays, I mean, I've almost forgotten it. Like I can play it, but I before I would play
Yeah.
it, I would go and read the score again and practice it again because
Yes,
yeah,
that is
I'm
true.
concentrating on different things. So, but I think
Yes.
this is not. It's the
Yeah, it
same
is
when
normal.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We understand. Okay. And then, at what level should a pianist be if he or she wants to learn your family's music work?
Well, there is such a wide variety. I don't think you have to be a professional pianist to play it.
Mm,
For example, the boleros. There
yeah.
are there are some of them that are actually very hard to play, but some of them are actually
Mm,
pretty easy to play. So like a
oh, I
person
see.
with let's say with I mean like yeah, if they can play let's say I am not gonna say time because you know
Okay.
it depends. Some people play really
Yeah.
good after 1 year practice, and some people play
Yes.
good after later on. So yeah, but you don't really need to be a professional to play every
Oh,
music.
okay. So like
Actually,
intermediate, like, is it okay? Is it like suffice
yeah,
for
I
like an
mean,
intermediate level, like a grade
yeah,
five,
yeah, yeah. I'd say like
Mm.
level, and many of them, some of them are really hard actually,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, but some of them are also really light. So it really depends on what work exactly.
Yeah. So it varies.
Yeah, it varies. Yeah, because
I
you see,
understand.
there are these pieces that are like more popular songs, and
Mm-hmm.
they tend to be easier to play than like
Mm-hmm.
more classical or like this waltz. They are a bit more hard to play,
Mm-hmm.
but really it actually depends on how you learn it and how you focus on it. Because like
Yeah, that is
at
right.
the day we play the
Yeah.
piano, the note is gonna sound. It just depends on
Yes.
how you transmit it. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it depends. It's not easy to
I
answer.
see. Yeah. Okay, how about what is your practice routine?
Well, my practice routine is I usually warm up and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then sometimes I my warm up is actually playing the piece, but just slowly
Mm-hmm.
some times or playing other piece or just remembering other things, and then I
Oh.
take take the score and the part that I want to learn, and then
Mm-hmm.
I just go through it right hand, left hand, then both together slowly, and then
Mm-hmm.
see like taking care of the articulation, taking care of the phrasing and everything,
Mm-hmm.
then putting
Okay.
everything one by one, step by step, and then
Okay.
yeah, and the last thing is to actually play it on the original speed, put the tempo,
Understand. Okay, I like
and
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's really my
It's
practice.
very
So
thorough.
yeah. I mean, it comes to a level where you have to be actually this precise because then because even if you touch like different, it's gonna sound on a completely different level. Like it really depends. Like for example, let's say if you play like this, or if you play like this,
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
lift your hand, you put it down.
Yes.
So and yeah, and there are many things to it. All of these legatos, this chord, tenuto. There is so
Yeah,
much.
I know that is right. Too many details. Yeah. Okay, next
Indeed.
question. So, what physical exercises do you do to build your stamina? Because it requires a lot of energy.
Yeah, it does indeed require a lot of energy. Well, I actually do exercises like like stretching. It's very important to stretch actually as a
Mm-hmm.
pianist, so you can keep your flexibility. And sometimes I also go to the sports center and just do normal sports. Yeah, why not? I mean, um, like the Romans said, like mens sana in corpore sano. Like healthy mind in a
Yeah.
healthy body. So yeah, and that's what I do. Also, I really take care of my shoulders because, as you know, it
Mm,
doesn't come from the hand. It's really your whole shoulder
true.
that's with you,
True.
and depending on what
True.
music you're gonna use it more or less. For example,
Mm,
on rock music, Rachmaninoff's music, Liszt music,
mm-hmm.
play all
Mm-hmm.
of these octaves and everything, or these fortissimos. It can't be
Mm,
a fortissimo from your hand. It has to be from your whole shoulder. So you have to
correct.
take
Yeah.
because you can get injured. Yeah, and many
Yeah.
people don't know that, but you can actually get injured playing the
Yeah.
piano.
That is right. That is right. Yeah. It is scary. It is scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Uh-huh.
is indeed, and it
Mm-hmm.
can happen on the yeah, on a moment where you think it's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen. So I mean, yeah, I mean, thanks God, I've never got injured badly.
Yeah.
Um, I've had a few things, of course, like for example,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, especially during the winter, you have to warm up a lot. And one
Mm,
time I warm up too much, and so then
mm-hmm.
after the concert, I actually got hurt, and my hand was hurting
Oh
for
my
like 3.
God.
So
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
you can actually get injured, and I mean,
Yeah. That
even
is
though
scary.
without tension or anything, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's difficult.
Mm-hmm. Understand. Okay. So, for you, it's better to do the full cycle of your workout so you can play your music better, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. As I said,
Mm,
during winter, it's really important to
mm.
warm up a lot, to warm up music
Understand.
a lot till the
Yeah.
hands are really, really warmed up. Because otherwise, you see also in the phrasing and in everything you play, it's not the same. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like a machine, and that's not the purpose. To me, that's not the purpose of music. So yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, next question. How do you select repertoires for your themed online concerts?
Mm. Well, it really depends on what occasion it is. For example, New Year's concert.
Mm-hmm.
A New
I
Year's
love that.
concert in the traditional way of New Year's concerts. So you can't do it without playing Strauss, the Danube Waltz, and playing the
Mm,
Radetzky March. So yeah, you have to play it. And then I also think that I try to put together pieces that I think the persons the audience will actually enjoy, and the
mm,
people that they like pieces that they understand too, because
mm-hmm.
there
True.
is also the thing like uh, if if you play, for example, Liszt sonata, or if you play
Mm-hmm.
Chopin sonata or something like that, it's amazing music, but maybe some people don't understand it as good because
Yes,
maybe they haven't been in touch with this music too much. So
true.
so I try to play pieces that everyone is gonna be able to understand, and
Yeah.
that I think they will like because of its character and yeah. So it really depends on what occasion. Because for example, St. Valentine's concert I did it on YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
played a lot of romantic music. For example,
Mm-hmm.
the Liebestraum, yeah, from
Yeah.
because that's a piece that always gets related to
Yes.
like St. Valentine's and all of these occasions,
Yes.
and yeah, and the
Mm.
the concerts have been actually like a suite from my mom, Suite Toledo, the Suite
Mm.
Centrale.
I love that. Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah,
Too many.
it's
I love.
a great piece. It's actually a great
Yeah.
suite. Suite it has so many things, like so many variety of pieces. It's actually pretty good, and
Yeah.
um, and yeah, and then I play also compositions. Sometimes I want to share
Mm-hmm.
new compositions, or
Yeah.
it depends. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I have had concerts where I didn't have a fixed program, so I could really like play something, and then just
Mm-hmm.
by interacting with the audience and
Mm-hmm.
watching them and seeing them, I could actually
Yes.
play other things. So there has to always be a plan B somehow.
True.
So you
Yeah,
go
that is right.
and for example, when I go to Spain, I always play Spanish music because I'm in
Mm.
Spain. Why I have to play Spanish music? You know, if I am here in
Yeah.
Austria, I want to play also
Yeah.
Austrian music because yeah, it's
Yeah.
country's music. So in the in the
Mm.
most way, it's not always possible, but if it is, then yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and how do you arrange your program? Like for your concert, for example, do you go like fast, slow, or like slow and then build up until fast and then you go back slow like that?
No, not really, not really. I usually tend to do it like a bit chronologically, but it's not
Okay.
always exact. So, but let's say, for example, I tend to begin with a sonata, you know, let's say
Mm-hmm.
Beethoven, something like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tend to begin with the serious works first, and because yeah, of course, as a pianist, we have to leave a good impression too, and it's
Sure.
especially as a classical pianist, it's not always like about playing modern things or fast things. It's also playing this this more worked piece. So I tend to begin with a sonata and then play
Mm.
serious works, let's say a scherzo or or
Yeah,
or etudes,
I understand.
and then
Yeah.
in the end play like some waltz or another things or preludes or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, prelude is an exception. I mean, the preludes I would actually put it before because of prelude,
Oh,
but
okay.
other things like waltzes, like rhapsodies, things
Mm-hmm.
that can yeah, then maybe they are faster sometimes. So yeah, but let's say from more serious to like or from
Yeah, I
less
understand.
to
Yeah.
more thunderbolt.
Okay. Oh, I see, I understand now. Okay, so the next one, how do you prepare yourself for a recording session? Because most of us actually play well during practice, but once we hit that record button, it's like, oh, we got nervous and something just goes wrong, and this is really bad. Because like if we have to prepare like for our online concerts or online exam, it will take too much time for us.
Yeah, I actually began with all of these recordings like last year, you know, as the pandemic began, all of these lockdowns
Mm-hmm.
and everything. I was actually very unexperienced with that because I had to do it myself and I had put the camera and everything on. So yeah, of course, it's not easy because when you're in a live concert, I mean, we always play like we give our best, but
Sure.
it's not the same in a record because when you're live, you feel the audience is like there behind you, and
Yeah.
you know that actually if there is a mistake, if it comes to a mistake, then
Yes.
um, people are not gonna say anything.
Sure.
They are gonna hear the entire thing and be actually
Correct.
yeah, and they will not think of just this one note, you know.
Yeah.
They said it already that just one
Yes.
note,
Yes.
but yeah, but on a recording it's not like that. As you say, like one
Correct.
note can actually make things bad, and so you
Yeah.
have to record again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, while a concert, it's not easy to do that because
Mm.
yeah, you are recording and then so I really try to prepare those pieces like really well, play the whole concert like
Mm.
two, three times, four times, but like the entire
Okay.
concert, so that I'm
Yeah, a
used to
run through.
exactly, so that we're used to it
Mm-hmm.
and our ears can move like
Yeah.
freely and without thinking
Yeah, I
too much
totally agree with you.
about the piece.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that is good. That's really good advice. Thank you. Okay, next one. So, what environment which best supports someone's musical journey? Is that always the family?
Not always, not always. It really depends
Mm.
on level. For example, I mean, I have had luck. I have a family that actually supports music, and yeah, and I have friends that support music. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
also have to have a girlfriend that supports music. You know,
Yeah,
and that's
correct.
beautiful. beautiful actually. But yeah, I have heard cases of people that their families don't support music, and they tell their children to not to be musicians because that's not a good work. And so
Yeah.
these people that actually made it afterwards, they actually had to break through the shell. They had to
Yeah.
like really like fight, and then
Yes.
sometimes they have found luck, as I said, for example, in a partner, or in friends, or in
Mm-hmm.
institutions, or in a mentor, like in a teacher. They have found
Mm-hmm.
this support they needed.
Yes.
So I think it
Mm-hmm.
really depends on the situation and on the time too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Okay, next question. What is your mission and vision for your generations of family music works ahead?
Well, I want to continue this journey on like analyzing and trying new music, and experimenting and experiencing all of this music.
Mm-hmm.
And mission is just to let the whole world know that Nicaragua has had very good composers in this example,
Mm-hmm.
because we're talking about this Nicaraguan um,
Mm-hmm.
style. So the goal is to actually,
Yeah.
yeah, let people know that Nicaragua has had great music, great composers, great works. Yeah, and sadly, much of it has been lost. But as I
Mm-hmm.
said, like all of the literature and things. But um, with the materials we have, we can actually um, prove this that all of this music existed. And
Okay.
yeah, that would be actually my vision about these studies. And in generally speaking, with my music, my vision is just to um, yeah, to play music, and so that people can enjoy it, like so that like people can tell, okay, I like this music, I got to know something new, I got to experience a new composer I've maybe not heard before, or a piece I've not heard before. So just sharing music, and making people happy. I think that's um,
Yeah.
that's a goal as a musician in
Yes.
general terms. So yeah,
I totally agree with you because like sometimes um there is this mindset that music is something that is like prestigious to some people actually, and
yeah,
it's like yeah, because it's prestigious, it's like a rare asset to some people. And I
yes,
think again the true purpose is to share music, to share that energy to everyone, to the world, right? Because like it's where your pure energy is actually coming up from naturally. Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Oh, I kind
Yeah,
of missed one more question. I am trying to find it in the comment section right now, but I
all
seem
right.
to cannot find it. So, okay. So I'm just going to ask the one that I have in with me right now. So, what is your daily motivation and inspiration?
Well, my daily motivation is really to become better by the day. That's actually it.
Mm,
Just become better by the day, and yeah, and be better than yesterday, and so on. Yeah, that's it actually. It's yeah, it's a short answer. I mean, there is not much to practice in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
that's the cycle of music. And no, but actually, there are more aspects to it, like understanding music. I really try every day to understand more why has been this piece composed like this way. And
Yeah.
then you really get to a lot of things. You get to read history, you get to read about the composer's life, about his or her relationships with other musicians and other things, about the timeline, everything. So uh, it gets connected, and then you learn more about about the specific piece. For example, the
Mhm.
Polonaise are
Yeah.
beautiful examples for this, like Chopin missing his home country, Poland, while he was in France, a very young man. So yeah, and
Mm.
there's or Brahms pieces,
Yeah.
and who was always in love but couldn't actually realize.
Yes. Yes.
There is a lot of Yeah.
Okay, I found it. Okay, so singing melody by our voice help pianists play better on making dynamics. Is that correct? Do you agree with that?
Can you actually repeat the question because I didn't quite understand it.
Okay, I'm trying to rephrase it. Singing melody by our voice help pianists play better. Oh, I see. So when you play something, we sing it. For example, twinkle, twinkle, little star, do, do, so, la, la.
Oh,
So it helps us to play better with the dynamic. Is that,
yeah,
do you agree with that?
totally, totally,
Yeah.
totally. There is
Mm.
also a quote by Arthur Rubinstein, a great pianist, where he said
Mm-hmm.
that when you have trouble finding or phrasing, then you have to sing this phrase, and then it will automatically come because
Yeah.
when we actually automatically phrase everything, and so it's just
Mm-hmm.
transmitting it to the fingers, and yeah, I think it definitely helps. I do it a lot too,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
of
actually
course,
the voice is actually innate to us. So it's actually our main instrument. Like before other things, you have to have your own voice first.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that is right.
To me, percussion and voice, they have been the first instrument to ever
Mm.
exist. I mean, I don't know if the early humans had actually good vocal cords. I'm not I can't say that because I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, of course, voice and all of these sounds with the voice, they have been present at all times, and yeah, it definitely helps to practice while singing. You will hear actually concerts from
Mhm.
pianists. They
Mhm.
actually sing in concert, so you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
hear the microphone taking the voice of the pianist or of the
Yes.
performer. And
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Actually, I've heard that before also. Yeah, yeah, that is true. Okay. Oh, by the
yeah,
way, I want to ask for your Nicaraguan investigation, are you going to use that material for PhD ahead?
hmm yeah, yeah, of course. You can use it, and everyone can share it. So this is not like a closed,
Mm,
like
I
it's
see.
an open study, so everyone can access
Mm,
it. And yeah, we're trying to find new things, new literature, and trying to contact and trying
mhm,
to new archives and everything. But yeah,
mhm.
it's not easy. Um, like we would have to fly sometime to Nicaragua to
Yeah,
actually
that is
get
true.
more
For
access
the
to
research.
yeah, because not everything is on
I see.
computer, not everything
Yeah, that
is
is true.
so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that makes the whole process a bit slower. But yeah, it's an open
Mm-hmm.
study. If someone wants to share it or play it, of course, there's no problem. And
Thank you.
yeah, sure. I would just beg to if everyone wants to play it publicly or so to contact me so I can share it too. So yeah,
Mm,
there is no
yeah, that is
problem.
right. Thank you for
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, sure, no
Okay.
problem.
Okay, so
Yeah.
thank you so much, Edwin. We already have all of the questions covered. So thank you for sharing everything for today. And for everyone, don't forget to see Edwin's social media. On Facebook is at Edwin Zúniga Flores. And the Instagram is Edwin Zúniga underscore piano. And the YouTube is Edwin Zúniga Flores. So everything is there. So you just add him and follow him. And don't forget to watch his concerts and all of his recordings. It's really good. I promise you. Okay. So do you have any last words for us?
Well, I want to say a few words too. Like,
Mhm.
thank you for this talk. It was great.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to me to talk to all of you and share my experiences. Even though I'm young, I've seen a lot of these things, living in this music world. And yeah, of course, it's also great to share new experiences and to get
Yeah.
the point of view of other musicians too. Because for example, I always see your posts where you're teaching new students, and
Mm.
these actually they are the future generations of musicians. And
True.
I think that teaching is one of the most important aspects because not
Yeah.
everyone can teach. Like it's like this. Not everyone has the skill to teach
Mm.
someone in a proper way. So I really respect that, and I'm really happy.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me to this talk.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I mean, it's an honor for me to have you here with us today with all of our friends. And I think you're such an amazing person and very talented. And I'm really looking forward to more of your work.
Thank you very much. I will try to keep publishing new things and
Thank
yeah, and
you.
sure. Then yeah,
Okay.
then thank you everyone for watching and
Mm.
it's you for inviting and I wish everyone a fantastic day. Yeah.
Okay. Have a lovely day also there. I'll see you.
Thank you
Bye
very much.
bye.
Okay, bye.
Welcome. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.